Welcome to the Human Capital Innovations Podcast, your go-to source for personal, professional, and organizational growth and development. We hope you tune in often for all things people management, organizational development and change, organizational leadership, and social impact related. Maximize your personal and organizational potential with Human Capital Innovations Podcast. Welcome to the Human Capital Innovations Podcast. In this HCI podcast episode, I share my recent Forbes article, Abundance Mindset, Leading from a Place of Possibility. Welcome back to the Human Capital Innovations Podcast. It's great to be with you again today for this HCI podcast episode. Today I'll be exploring my new Forbes article, Abundance Mindset, Leading from a Place of Possibility. As a university professor, I am well acquainted with making do with limited resources. For a variety of reasons, in recent years, most institutions of higher education across the country have seen declining budgets. It seems that on a daily basis, various university divisions and academic programs across my university's 8 colleges and schools are jockeying for a position in order to secure necessary resources. This situation is certainly not unique to institutions of higher education. In fact, most organizations face similar pressures, as leaders have to wrestle with resource prioritization and allocation, often making difficult choices that benefit some in the organization while hurting others. What is interesting to me is how I see different individuals approach these challenges in vastly different ways. For example, I consistently observe some leaders and colleagues approach budget constraints from a paradigm of scarcity. They tend to see it as a fixed pie, a zero-sum game. They view the world and their area from the perspective of what is lacking. As a result, they often lead through fear and tend to chase the easy wins while avoiding the more complex challenges and problems rather than looking for ways to overcome them. When a leader has a scarcity mindset, if another area of campus or academic program gets resources, that means there is less for the leader in their area. This often leads to a hyper-competitive environment, political games, and other unhealthy organizational behaviors and practices. In contrast, occasionally, I observe leaders or colleagues who seemingly reject the scarcity paradigm, replacing it with an abundance mindset. Despite the reality of limited resources that we all face, these individuals see challenges and obstacles as opportunities for learning and innovation. They adopt a growth mindset and constantly work to develop new skills, competencies, and capabilities. While there is only so far a fixed pie can go around, these individuals work to figuratively increase the size of the pie, so there will be more than enough for everyone. They find creative and innovative ways of doing more with less and bootstrapping new projects and initiatives to generate new support and attract new students. Which type of leader or colleague would you prefer to work with or for? For me, there is no question. I want to work with an abundance-minded team. Adopting an abundance mindset. In a recent Inc. article, the author writes, most successful leaders who have come from nothing have in common an abundance mindset. A clear mission and hard work can launch people to success, but an intentional abundance mindset creates the long-term and sustained success that leaders desire. There is no substitute for hard work, resilience, and grit. But unless we want to burn out, there is only so long we can beat our head against the wall of scarcity. We need to generate new opportunities. Fostering an intentional abundance mindset helps us to recognize that opportunities for growth and continued success are all around us. While this may seem like a naive Pollyanna-esque approach that ignores the harsh realities of a complex, messy, and competitive world, the opposite is actually true. Those with a true abundance mindset are clear-eyed about the realities of the world around them. However, unlike their scarcity-minded counterparts, abundance-minded individuals and leaders lean into the messiness, ambiguity, and nuance of the challenges they face. They recognize the opportunity to learn and grow from their struggles, and they focus on expanding the pie and creating new opportunities rather than worrying about the current limitations they face. how to lead with abundance. While we may have the desire and intention of leading with an abundance mindset, human nature tends to suck us back into a more fear-based scarcity paradigm if our thinking is left unchecked. Just like with any other skill set, competency, or capability, an abundance mindset can be fostered and developed over time as we give continual attention to shifting our paradigm. Below are 4 tips to start you on an abundance path as a leader. Get and stay really curious. We need to foster intellectual humility and continually ask a lot of questions. We need to challenge our assumptions and the status quo. We need to continually strive for growth and development. If we think we have figured it all out, we will stunt our own growth and model an unhealthy dynamic for our people. On the other hand, modeling curiosity with our people will give everyone the permission to speak up and innovate, generating more opportunities. Surround yourself with an abundance-minded team. We need to surround ourselves with a diverse and inclusive team of dynamic, abundance-minded individuals. If we empower each team member to bring their unique perspectives to the table, collectively we can enrich each other's thinking and provide the needed support when we are facing the daunting challenges that can push us towards scarcity thinking. View growth and abundance as collaborative. Sustainable growth is inherently a collaborative endeavor. We cannot go it alone. View growth and abundance as collaborative. Sustainable growth is inherently a collaborative endeavor. We cannot go it alone. We need to get out of our silos, create and maintain dynamic cross-functional and interdisciplinary teams, and foster a rising tide lifts all ships culture where no one is left behind. Leverage the diverse contributions of your people to fuel the next pie-expanding innovation. Show genuine gratitude. Get in the habit of recognizing and acknowledging the many contributions of your team. Give generous thanks and never suppress a kind thought. An attitude of gratitude leads to an abundance perspective. By asking a lot of questions, building a great team, leaning on that team, and generously and relentlessly expressing gratitude for the good work everyone does, you will be able to shift the constraint-based culture of your organization to one focused on abundance. Using the framework outlined above and shifting the focus from a fear-based scarcity mindset, leaders can adopt a healthier approach to their work and one that sees abundance and creative solutions to tackling business problems. I'm excited to announce the publication of my new book from HCI Press, The Alchemy of Truly Remarkable Leadership: Ordinary, Everyday Actions That Produce Extraordinary Results. Consider how the nature of work has shifted over the past 50 years. With increased globalization, rapid technological advancement, and the shift in economic composition, the average job of today looks very different than the average job of 50 years ago. What will the jobs and organizations of tomorrow look like? Moreover, what does this all mean for organizational leaders? What are the core competencies and capabilities of organizations and their leadership that are prepared for continued disruption and geopolitical and socioeconomic shifts? Regardless of what the future holds, increasingly, leaders need to be socially minded, data-driven, decisive, champions of talent, and disruptors of the traditional notions of leadership, teams, organizations, and work. The Alchemy of Truly Remarkable Leadership will help you to explore your own leadership competencies and capabilities and consider ways to apply and implement them into your workplace and personal life. We are excited about the launch of HCI's new magazine, Human Capital Leadership. Human Capital Leadership is a free, interactive e-magazine designed to help individuals, leaders, and organizations find innovative approaches to maximize their human capital potential. We will be publishing issues quarterly in August, November, February, and May. Check out the first issue and let us know what you think. Thanks again for joining us for this episode of the Human Capital Innovations Podcast. I hope you stay healthy and safe and that you have a great week.